really want to hatch like that little blue guy right there. He looks cute. Okay, so I haven't done anything completely ridiculous in a while. So today, we are going to paint a Hatchimal with nail polish. And it's a Walmart exclusive. But this thing, those ones on the side of the egg look cute, but that one, like, in the egg got creepy eyes. Let's do this. Okay, the box was taped on, and I didn't realize the top was taped on, but that's a fake egg top. I thought that was actually, like, part of my Hatchimal egg. I'm an idiot. It's okay. And, okay, some of this is gonna have, like, actual audio from when I was recording it, and then the rest of it is voiced over later because I was very frustrated trying to get this out of the box, and I was swearing a lot, and I realized afterwards that was probably going to get an age content restriction if I didn't shut the hell up and calm down on it. But it was frustrating. This thing is like, as you can see here, it's in a box. It's in plastic in a box inside another box. We don't need the instructions, and because I'm not hatching this, I'm just painting this with nail polish. I just had this random idea to make the egg prettier. And then I'm gonna let my kid hatch it. And if you guys wanna watch that, I will post another video of her hatching it for your enjoyment, because she's already hatched one of these things and it is quite an entertaining experience. Okay, these things, if you don't have a Hatchimal, I sped this opening thing up because this took a while. These things have these little freaking tabs on the bottom of them that if you pull it out, it starts hatching. And I didn't want it to start hatching. So, at one point, I accidentally, like, pulled one. Like, I was trying to cut here the plastic around the tab, but it didn't work. It just made a noise. Sleep. Fuck! What have I done? It's making noises. Shh. Go back to sleep. And that, my friends, is why most of this is voiceover. Anyways, I did get it to go. See, as you see, I pulled the pop thing out. I did get it to go back to sleep, though, by jamming it back in there really, really hard and problematically. I mean, I was fighting this thing. But it calmed its tits and it went back to sleep. Look at that. Well, not quite. Part of this lock busted. I don't understand how these locks work. I don't know if they're, like, hooked into it. I didn't really look at her other egg when I was done with it, but it won't stand up. Great. Okay, it's still won't stand up. Oh, I have an idea. This is where I had an idea. So I went and I grabbed my Twinkle Tea mat with its water marbling cup, and I was like, this cup is just like those egg things that you put Easter eggs on. I bet it will hold my egg. And then I realized the mat was in my way if I put it one direction, so I had to flip it around. With this whole video is just, I apologize for the bad, like, shot angle on this. I really should have angled the camera down more or used a different lens, but I don't have my other lens that I would have needed to just do, like, a more vlog setting video. I finally got the thing to stand up, though. Ta-da! It's a miracle. I gave it, like, a little pet to make sure it didn't get all angry in there. So, to do this, I had already picked a nail polish color. This is Amethyst. It's one of the Birthstone collection colors from KB Shimmer. And I got 5 bottles just in case. Well, I have 6 because I have a bottle for my nails, but I bought 5 other bottles to make sure I had enough for this egg because I didn't know how much it was going to take. And then I decided maybe I wanted to put some vinyls on it. And I pulled out some Twinkle Tea heart vinyls because I was like, I'll make it pretty. Anna's going to hatch it. It can be a pretty egg. She'll love it. Whatever. Except at the same time, I didn't like what I did. I'm speeding this up severely because you have no idea how long it took to actually cover this thing in nail polish. But the problem is, I started out and I was like testing things out. I was wiping polish on. I was trying to sponge a little. This chrome color that I went in with, I hated it. Absolutely mother fudging hated it. I was like, this is not silver. I wanted silver. It's chrome colored, and it's not even a true chrome. It looks nothing like the chrome powders, even with a glossy top coat, because I tested that. So about halfway through this whole like process of putting this around the egg, I said F it, and I went and got my favorite silver color, which is my signature is DC from OPI, and I covered it with that. I covered all the little chrome bits with my signature's DC. I mean, there's a reason I sped it up though, because this is pretty horrendous. Nobody wants to watch that forever and ever 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 and ever. Okay. See, I skipped a whole bunch of it. But after I had that on, I kind of poured, I say poured because I kind of poured a glossy top coat on all the silver bits just to make sure vinyls would not pull up the polish off the egg, because I didn't even know if the nail polish was going to stick to the egg. And then I started going in and sponging on the KB shimmer, the amethyst, and this was an interesting process. Because I started by pouring it onto the sponge and then dabbing it on the egg. And as you can see here, it's okay. It works-ish. It's not exactly anything special. And I was having to do 2 coats when I was sponging it that way. And I did go ahead and I put a vinyl on the very top of the egg. And I made a little, one of Twinkle Tea's little swirly cyclone heart vinyls, because they're beautiful. But I've never used the heart ones before, and the odd shape was kind of killing me pulling them up. I was not very good. So don't worry, at the end when you see a close-up of one of them and you're like, that looks like crap, I won't feel bad, because it probably does. Ta-da! Now it's got a love heart on its top. And I kept sponging. Dab, 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 forever. This was the most tedious, ridiculous thing I think I've ever chosen to do. And I didn't have any idea going into this exactly how it was going to turn out, if it was going to look bad, how long it was going to take. It took hours, by the way, though, because I started, I think, doing this at 7 o'clock at night, and I wasn't done. Oh, here, some of the balls fell out of the jar. The balls kept coming out of the bottles as they got low, and I was having serious trouble with that. I started this, though, at 7 at night, and I wasn't done until almost midnight, I'd say. I mean, it's a process. And then you end up where you can't touch part of the egg because it's wet. And here I was having more vinyl problems because I decided to put hearts around the middle. But I should have gone with something easier, like the little sketched out heart one she has, and just done those over the purple at the end. But no, I had to have fancy cyclone hearts because I'm an idiot. And see, when I started pouring it on the egg, because when I was pouring it on and sponging it, it was going a lot better than when I was just pouring it on the sponge and sponging it. And there you go. See, this worked much better. My only hesitancy now is that I don't know when my daughter goes to hatch the Hatchimal if it's going to hatch the way we have another one. She hatched another one for her birthday, and it hatched perfectly fine, popped out of the shell, did its little weird song and eyeball thing. I don't know, one, if she's gonna be able to see the eyeballs through the nail polish. I'm betting no. I'm betting hell no on that one. Two, I don't know if the egg is going to crack the way it's supposed to with all of this nail polish on it. Really, honestly, nobody probably wants to see it being covered in nail polish, all this sped up crap. You guys probably really just want to see whether or not it hatches. Ta-da! Almost completely done. Almost. See, there's this big fat spot in the bag. Here is where you can really see where I'd put the glossy top coat on, and it had run down as I had been brushing it out. But this is how I'd put the vinyls on. I would stick them on, and for some reason I kept getting that one side on them close together, and my nails are naked right now. I was doing a 3-day Bliss Kiss treatment on them after this weekend because they were really dry and brittle, and I didn't want to run the risk of breaking them. I didn't want to run the risk of breaking them. I said that really messed up, like. And so I'd put them on and I'd go to peel them up, and I noticed every single time, this is the whole reason I slowed this down, was to show you, is every time on that left side of the vinyl, they somehow got too close together no matter what. And it just looked weird. None of these look good. I guess maybe I should not do them on egg shapes too. That would probably help, because this egg has more of a curve than my nails do. And as I was sponging this on, I don't know if you've had a Hatchimal, you've probably seen it, but they have these weird holes in the bottom, and I don't know if the holes are for light or what, but I just went ahead and sponged right over those. I didn't sponge to where like it filled the holes, but I definitely got polished down in the holes a little bit, and I don't know if that will affect the hatching either. If you don't realize that every time I say hatching, I'm probably doing air quotation marks in front of my computer. It's a fun little thing. I started to run out of polish though, and I was trying to get every little bit I could out of the bottle at this point, because I had already used an entire bottle. This was the second one, and I was almost done, and all I could think was, if I finish with this bottle, I won't have to do a third. I won't have to kill another bottle for this. And then, of course, bad things started to happen, because this is me. Oh shit! And this is exactly why I should not be allowed to touch or do things. Now there's a giant blob of nail polish, as you can see, on the only black board I was able to find to do my videos on at Walmart. If you saw some of my last swatch videos, I was doing them on a whiteboard, because then here the balls are falling. This is becoming a disaster. I was doing them on a whiteboard because I went to Walmart like 4 times in 1 week and they didn't have any black ones. I'm gonna end up doing it on whiteboards again if they don't have any black ones this week, because this was the only black one they had last week. And ta-da! It's beautiful. See, here's a close-up of one of those crappy cyclones. And it's beautiful and hollow. I mean, there's not really much to look at. It's a giant purple hollow egg now. It's a beautiful purple hollow egg though. The top cyclone turned out the best, and that was the first one I did. And then after that, I feel like they kind of went, eh. And I got it to stand up finally by stabbing it into some of my white poster board. Ta-da! And I'll have you know, only 2 bottles of KB Shimmer had to die in the making of this video. I might give away the other 3 because I already have this color and a backup of it. I don't know. Anyways, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. hit the subscribe button. I promise there are more tutorials coming this week and more swatches and less ridiculousness. I will be posting the video probably tomorrow where we test whether or not this thing hatches. So you can look forward to that. That's probably all you care about at this point. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.